Today I'll be talking about predicting loan acceptance for Universal Bank. My agenda for today is that I will first discuss the deliverable, or the basic business question that we are trying to answer based off of the information. Second, I will discuss the prior knowledge, or what we know about our customers initially going into this data set. Following this, I'll present any visuals, which are basically decision trees, which outline the performance of these customers, and how we can predict personal loan acceptance rates. Following this, based off of those visuals and other findings, I will then present our findings, which is the information that we gathered from the visuals. Going off of the findings, I will then make recommendations for Universal Bank in which they can then propose a solution to increase their acceptance loan rate. So, our deliverable: who will most likely accept a loan from Universal Bank? The prior knowledge we have about our customers is that only 9.6% of customers have accepted their loan based off of what Universal Bank is doing thus far. The data that Universal Bank gave us is 5,000 different customers, and the thing that all of these customers have in common is they're set up with different predictors. The predictors I have are listed on the right. The first predictor that customers have is income, which is measured in thousands of dollars and is the annual income that customers have. The second is simply credit card average, known as CC average as I have listed. The third is CD account, which is whether or not a person has deposited an account with the bank. The third predictor is education status, so whether an individual has a bachelor's degree, master's degree, or an advanced degree. And the final predictor for the individuals that Universal Bank has given us is family, which is measured in the amount of immediate family that the individual has. The first decision tree that we're using is known as the Guinea Index tree. This is just basically a statistical dispersion that represents income of customers for Universal Bank, which is based off of the group observations, which is found at each split. And the splits are characterized all throughout, basically wherever the tree disperses. This tree in particular starts with an income of individuals who make $114,000 or more, and comparing it to those who make that or less. Going through the tree, if an individual makes less than $114,000, which as seen in this tree, there are 4,520 individuals who make less than that, you will then go down to the right. If their credit card average is less than 3, which 3,937 individuals have, you will go to the right again, and these people did not accept a loan, 3,710 individuals. Going on the reverse side, individuals who make greater than $114,000, there are 480 of them, and who have an education which is equivalent to a bachelor's degree, which can be seen in this outcome right here. There's 583 individuals who do have an education equivalent to a bachelor's degree, and there's 396 individuals who do not. And then based off of this, you can go into whether or not an individual has accepted a personal loan or whether they have not, based off of their education, their income, credit card average, also whether or not going down the tree this direction, whether or not they have an account with the company. Then it goes into income as well, and then back over here where education is, break it down into family, whether or not these individuals have less than 3 immediate family members. It also determines their income status. So that's an output of what a Guinea model tree looks like, or basically the first tree based off of our data set. This is a much more simplified and more, in my opinion, aesthetically appealing tree. This shows the income of individuals who make less than or greater than $115,000 per year. If they do, and their credit card average is over 3, you can come down over here and see if they have an account with the company. If they do not, there's a 5% chance they'll accept the loan, and if they do, there's a 1% chance. Now, if you go back up the tree a little bit and you go over to credit card average as well, you can go down here and see that if their credit card average is less than 3, but their income is also less than $115,000, there's a 75% chance that they'll accept the loan. This tree, in my opinion, is already better than the first tree that I just showed because it is more aesthetically appealing and easier to follow. However, there are problems with it. Looking at this final tree, this is a similar tree to what I just showed you with tree 2, however, is a little bit more intricate or less pruned. So in other words, their pruning is taking away layers of the tree to get a more accurate account. But when you take away too many layers of the tree, sometimes you can miss out on information. This tree shows the best sense of information because it not only shows different categories that you can go through to find the best predictors for the model, but also it is more accurate in the tellings. What we ultimately found through our decision trees is that the ideal customer makes an annual income of over $100,000. Not only this, but they have also graduated college and has a family that is preferably more than 3 family members, immediate family. Recommendations for universal bank is that I would recommend utilizing decision tree number 3, which is this tree, to help predict whether or not a customer will accept a loan. By doing so, they can then target the ideal customer, which, as I mentioned earlier, the ideal customer is an individual who makes over $100,000 a year, has graduated college, and has an immediate family of 3 or more family members. Another great tactic to target these type of customers is by attending school functions. Because they have immediate family member, they're most likely to have kids. If you get to their kids in the school, then you can target the customer and increase your personal loan sale rate. Not only this, but most likely they're going to be involved in athletic events, especially if they have kids. So if you can make a presence at athletic events, whether it's public, community soccer events, frisbee, football, etc., you will increase your chance of finding customers who will accept your personal loan rate. And ultimately, word of mouth. Reputation of the company is on the line every customer that you have. Customers who recommend you to one another will only do so if they believe truly in the product that you're offering and also the way in which you treat the customers.